Good evening, and welcome to A Grieving Mother's Journey, Leakland, where we air every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. with open mic every third Sunday from 6:20 to 6:50 p.m. We bring grieving mothers together to share, trust, and bond with one another, and to spread awareness of the pain that is caused when others choose to take a life by violence, and the various struggles we face on a daily basis just to make it through the day. I hope that this will make those that are on that horrible path think twice and turn their lives around. Welcome. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining another episode of A Grieving Mother's Journey. We are on episode 30, and it's titled Natural Causes of Foul Play. We have a guest with us tonight. Her name is Diamond. She'll be speaking on the unexpected loss of her mother. And later, when I give the cue for Collins, her brother will be joining by phone to speak as well. So before we get started, once again, I'm not sure what's going on with this group page, but we might have to eliminate that because I'll do a test. Everything looks good. I was on here 30 minutes before, making sure everything was good. Tried to start it, and it's not streaming to the Facebook group page. Thank you, Facebook. So if anything, like I said, hop on over to YouTube. And quick announcement, I'm seriously considering about going live as well on Instagram. I have a couple of, I need to do a few tests with that. So far, so good. But it could be in the next couple of weeks, but I will let you know for sure if it's going on Instagram. So anyway, I hope everyone has had a great day. We're located here in Northern Virginia, and once again, we're dealing with snow. Hopefully it won't be too bad. It's not supposed to, be like massive inches or anything. But we just got over one snowstorm and that didn't go away. So that's what we're dealing with here in Northern Virginia. I do want to thank you all for subscribing to my YouTube page. And I welcome everybody in our group. And if you are listening and you are a grieving mother, a grieving father, sister, cousin, sibling, what have you, feel free to come on over to the group. We would love to have you. We have a lot of members there that are caring and genuine and, can offer some pretty healthy advice. And I'm really tempted to try to get this Facebook thing going. I'm going to give it one more shot, guys, tonight. If you would just bear with me for one quick minute, okay? Hold on. Let me see what I can do here. No, I'm not going to be able to do it, actually. I'll have to leave the studio. So again, I apologize. It's just good old Facebook that's causing the issues. It's not the program. So anyway, last announcement is if you are grieving anyone, please feel free to join us as a guest. You can either join in the studio if you're local, or you can join anywhere in the world by coming on this platform. All you have to do is send me an email, and the night of the show, I can send you a link. If you're not comfortable with showing your face, you can use the avatar and still be on the platform, or you can give us a call. You can call in, the number scrolling at the bottom, and you can join us that way. Whatever you're comfortable with, I can work with. Just keep in mind that sharing your story, it's not about, judgment or people being nosy. It's very therapeutic. And, if you go on my group page, you'll see a lot of people have said, how much it's helped. But again, this is no judgment, no pressure zone, as always. That's our motto. If you are not ready, just come into the group. Just, you can listen to our podcast. As of right now, not really in the group anymore, but you can listen to it on our YouTube page. And if we are friends on my personal page, you can view it there as well. And hopefully in the near future, you'll be able to view it on Instagram. And like I said, I hate to have to do this, but I don't think I'm going to be able to even come on live anymore on the Facebook page. However, what I will do is, when we are done with our podcast at the end of the night, I will send it. I'll basically upload it onto our Facebook group page, which is the Grieving Mother's Journey. So you'll still be able to enjoy and view it. I will be going through the comments every now and then. I appreciate y'all participating. Before we get started, I think we have 2 already. Okay. So, all right. Hey, oh wow. Okay. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Crystal. We love you too. Love you. Love you more. And then Deb. Hey, Deb. Oh, you never fail to support. I love you, girl. Yes, this time I got it. Wake up. So, all y'all, this is Deborah. She supports us a lot. And she is the founder of Wake Up Before You Don't. She lost a son to fentanyl. She has amazing people in her group. So if you've lost anyone through fentanyl, or I believe she also touches on alcoholism, feel free to join her group. It's a fabulous group. You'll feel at home. And also you can still join my group. But hey, Deb, I meant to call you, and I'm going to give you a call because I want to kind of get an update on what we spoke about when you called me the other day. I hope all is well. Prayers are still with you. And then Mocha says, my beautiful sis.
Thank you, sis.
All right. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Again, I'll give you the cue. Feel free to call in. Again, the number's scrolling at the bottom. Go ahead and lock that number in. You don't need to just view it when we're live. You can lock it in. Phone lines are always open, even when we're not doing a podcast, for those that need it. So everybody, please welcome Diamond.
Hi.
Now she's going to share a little bit about a story about her mom, who died unexpectedly. This is titled "Natural Causes of Foul Play." There's a reason for that, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, and touch on that. So first, Diamond, if you would just kind of introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we would love to hear something about your mom, like who she was, the type of person she was, so forth and so on.
Okay, so I'm Diamond. I'm 28. I have 4 brothers with all my mom. I have a daughter that's 2. My mom, she wasn't a perfect mom, but she was a mom. And me and her was just getting close again, like around like this year. Mm-hmm. So that's what really hurts the most. She's had her ups and downs. She had her mistakes.
Like everyone.
Yeah, but she was still there. And she died unexpectedly. Like she was just here spending time with us in September. Her birthday was September 25th. And she died the next month. So it was really unexpectedly. She's been in my life, there and out my life. But like I said, she was still a mom.
Yeah. Yeah. And I had the pleasure of meeting her for the first time right before she passed away, when she came down here. She was very loving, caring. And when I tell you those genes, oh my God, listen, her son, this one right here, all the way down to the grandbaby. It's like she spit them all out, including the grandbaby. Like they're just like spitting images of each other. It's crazy. But, I only had the pleasure of meeting her that one time. I was planning on, spending some more time with her after I retired, taking a trip out there to Chicago, and spending some time with her. But unfortunately, I didn't get that opportunity. But
she loves you. Like she always talks about it. She was like, how's Woody's mom doing? Like,
she was so bubbly. Like she was just really bubbly, very loving, very caring. Great aura when she came around. You know how sometimes you can meet somebody and, maybe they come to your house first time or for the first time, or you go out and you meet them and it's just like that, that just aura is just not good. Well, hers was automatic. Yeah, top of the line. And so tell everybody what her name is.
Her name is Patricia. They used to call her Pat or Ann. she lived down here, but then she moved to Chicago because she said she was tired of Virginia. But she was born in Alabama, Selma, Alabama, and then she moved up here and met my dad and had kids and stuff. And then when they got divorced, she started spiraling out in her life, and she went to prison for a couple of years.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she went to prison for a couple of years. She was also on drugs, very heavy. But she went to rehab and she got her life together, and she went to Chicago. She got her own place. She was living the best life.
Yeah. I would have never known,
Mm-hmm.
When I met her, that she'd ever been to prison. You would have never known that. So she did herself well.
Yeah.
And because, again, to me, when I met her, she had her ish together. She was telling me, about her place, and she was just living her life. It was something that, all of us are here. We're alive, but we're not really living.
Yeah.
And with her, what I got from her is she actually lived her life.
Yeah. She always said that she's been through so much in her life that she can finally just be at peace.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So, I guess take us from when she left.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? What were the steps that took place after she left?
Okay. So she left like a week after her birthday, and me and her was talking until I had surgery, like coming up the next following like 3 weeks. And we was talking until then. Then that same day, Moody contacted her and was letting her know about the surgery, but she never contacted back. When she never contacted back, I felt something special because me and my mom talk every day, all day. Like we have to talk. So when she kept doing that, me and my brother, my older brother, we kept contacting her, no response on Facebook, on her phone, and went straight to voicemail. So I'm thinking like something ain't right. But then in my mind also, I thought maybe she spiraled back to the drugs, or she's in jail for some type of thing. So I let that go for like a week. Then the next week, I just kept like something ain't right because I ain't hear from nothing. So I contacted her sister that lived in Chicago as well, and I was like, "Have you spoke to mommy?" And when she was like, "No, let me just go to her place and see what's up," then she went to the place, but you have to have a certain type of document to enter the place or say anything. So she had to get the document. Then when she got the document, they finally told her that a neighbor didn't see her coming in or anything like that, and they had a smell coming from her apartment. So she left. She died December 12th, but they didn't find her. No, she died November 12th, and they didn't find her December 12th. My mom died, and she was in their apartment for the whole month, and nobody knew about it. But we was searching, we was calling, me and my sis Mocha, we was calling police stations, we was calling everybody just to see like, where's my mom? And then a couple of days later, I found out my mom was dead.
Well, that's really crazy too, because November 12th is my nephew Saquon's birthday when she passed, and then when she was found, it was on my birthday.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know what it is with these birthday things, because I lost my niece Kimmy, and she died on her sister Camille's birthday.
Oh wow.
And then my son died on my grandson's birthday. Yeah. So that's crazy. That's crazy. That is. Yeah. So for her to be there a whole month. So when after you found out what happened, kind of take us through the steps with that.
So when I found out what happened, of course, I got that phone call. That phone call is something you'll never forget. I replay it constantly every day, and I just cried. I couldn't believe it. Then I started calling people that I'm really close with, letting them know what's going on. I had to call my brother because I was the first person that know. So calling other people to let somebody else know that they passed away, that's a whole different story. Like it's crazy.
When you have to be the bearer of that news.
When I called my oldest brother and I had to hear him cry and I had to tell him that broke me even more. So I was numb for the first day. I'm not gonna lie. Like I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was just numb. Then me and my brother had to drive to Chicago with my boyfriend Moody. Shout out to him. And we went to Chicago. We had to figure out a lot of things out. but we're still like figuring things out because a lot of things don't make sense. It's a lot. It's a lot,
Yeah.
especially if it's like you burying your parent and you don't know like where insurance is, you don't know what to do next. Like I never had to bury nobody before, and it's a lot. I'm still
Yeah.
dealing with it.
So, your mom, you mentioned that insurance. So, she had life insurance,
She had life insurance for me and her her grandkids.
but no, did she have it for herself?
She had it for herself as well. Like she had insurance for herself, so when she dies, she can take care of that and then have money left over for the grandkids and the kids and stuff.
Okay. Like that. So, have you guys been able to find out what that is to collect that?
The first time when we went to Chicago, it was hard. We went to her place, which was very hard to just try to figure out paperwork. But then it took us weeks to figure out like where we had to go. We had to go through her cell phones. Like when she was in Chicago, she didn't have nobody. So we basically had to go there and investigate everything. So when we finally found out what it was, now we have to wait on her autopsy still hasn't been finished.
Oh my God. How long has it been?
It's been about 2 months going on. It's 2 months. So her autopsy still is not finished. So we still have to wait for the death certificate to basically prove to them that she is dead. Yeah.
So that is a long process for an autopsy report. I know for my son, I don't think it took 2 months.
I think it's because her body's been so decayed.
Because she was, passed away for so long.
They're trying to really figure out what's the pinpoint of what it is. Because
okay. So where do you think the concept of possible foul play comes in?
I feel as though okay. So my mother, everybody, like I just said, she did drugs back in the day. And I feel as though like she went back home. She was lonely because she constantly kept telling me, my brother, that she wants us out there. Like she was like, I want to see y'all. Y'all come, bring your family, whatever. But all of us, we have jobs. We can't just pick up and go. Yeah. So when she got there, I felt like she was lonely and she relapsed. And when she relapsed, she went with the wrong people. And the person that I feel as though was there, they were there and they either gave my mom some bad drugs or they did it together and they left my mom there.
And left her there.
Yeah. And then on top of that, she had a lot of items that was missing in the apartment that I personally know that was supposed to be and where it's supposed to be. And it's not gone. My mom always wore jewelry. My mom is always with the jewelry.
Yeah, she was bling blinged up when she was here.
All her jewelry is missing. Everything.
So now we have robbery
exactly
attached to that.
Exactly. So, but the person that I personally think it is, it's like they're in Chicago and I'm here. So, in the police, they're trying to make it seem like it was just a natural cause. No. But if certain things that I've seen in that apartment, they could have clicked and seen. And would have.
So it sounds like they don't really want to do their job. Yeah. They just kind of want to dismiss it. And we can't let that happen. No. You're getting paid to do a job. You're getting paid to investigate and resolve. Mm-hmm. So, her dying in vain is not an option. Mm-hmm. So hopefully, I guess if you just stay on top of it with the autopsy, get that back.
I know they tired of hearing me because I call them like every day.
Yeah, well, let them be tired. Yeah. They're at a job. They're getting paid to do their job. And if it takes a phone call every day, then that's what it's going to take. So I do, my condolences on that. Death is always hard, no matter, who it is. And of course, circumstances surrounded by it makes death a little bit more excruciating. Versus, someone that you've had time to say goodbye to, right. Versus, getting a phone call. Exactly. Yeah, especially where you just saw her, she was just here. So yeah, that's a lot. But I'm not gonna say you're strong because guess what? People told me that all the time. Mm-hmm. I got so sick of hearing that.
Yes.
That I literally went off on the internet. Like, stop effing telling me that because, everybody can be strong, but everybody has a breaking point.
Yeah. So when you get that breaking point, you just want to snap.
Yeah. So it's just like after a while, at first I appreciated it, but after a while, look, I'm sick of y'all telling me that.
Right.
Oh, you're strong, you're this and that. And I know they didn't say it to be mean or disrespectful or anything, but I just got tired of hearing it because yes, I know I was strong. I do know that. But I can also say that at this point in time, I am not strong.
Yeah. Like, the quote, they'd be like, check on the strong ones.
Yeah.
Your strong ones, friends, they still have emotions. They still
That's right.
Type of way.
That's right.
Like, even though I put on a smile and I go to work and I have to be a mother and stuff like that,
yeah.
At the end of the day, I still hurt.
Exactly. The pain is still there. It's still felt. You still have to wake up every day with things like that on your mind. You still have to push yourself to do lifing, do everyday things. Yeah. But in the meantime, you are struggling through those things. Yeah. And that's when, the people that say, oh, you're strong, you got this. No. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that was probably one of the things I hated the most.
Yeah.
Despite, but again, all of you out there that always said you're strong, this is nothing against you. It's just that listen, the
strong ones get weak sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're dealing with such a tragedy, all that strength goes out the window. Trust me, it does. So it is 6:23. I don't see any more comments as of right now. So if you want to call in and share a story, Anthony, if you are listening, go ahead and give us a call. Phone number is streaming at the bottom, the 571-409-3400. We'll go ahead and take calls now. If anyone has, any condolences, uplifting words that you would like to share with Diamond, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a comment. I can't really see so there is, okay, so it is Facebook and YouTube that I can get comments now. Yeah. So, I guess, so now your daughter's very young. Mm-hmm. And probably really doesn't understand at this point. Mm-hmm. But how close was she to your mom?
Okay, at first she really wasn't close, but then when we started getting our relationship back, she would talk on the phone every day with her. Like when she grabbed my necklace, she'd be like, "Grandma, Grandma," and she'd be like, "Where's Grandma?" And it's just like I don't know how to explain it to her, so I just be like, "She's in heaven." Like she's still here, but she's in heaven. Mm-hmm. And then she'll just like when we go to my brother's house, she'll be like, "Is Grandma there?" Because last time she seen her was at my brother's house.
And she asks about her. Yeah. So she does know who she is.
She does. Yeah. She built a strong relationship last time she was here. Oh. And like she usually like if my phone's calling, she'll be like, "Is Daddy calling, or is Mother calling, or is Grandma calling?" Because that's usually the only people I'm talking to. So. And I just sometimes I don't know what to say because it's just like
it is hard, especially young kids.
Yeah.
It was hard for me with Najee. She's not a child anymore, but with her, having Down syndrome, sometimes it's hard to really know if she totally understands.
Yeah.
Like children know, mm-hmm. They feel things, but there's a difference between knowing and understanding what's happening.
Yeah.
So, I kind of wonder about that sometimes.
Yeah. That's why I'm getting her cremated. I'm going to get her a necklace, but I'm not going to give it to her until she's old enough to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I chose cremation for my son. I'm not going to go to a grave. I want him with me all the time. And, I just can't, the thought of, even though he's passed, the thought of being in the ground with bugs. And it's like, I know that sounds crazy. I know, guys,
But
but
my mom always told me, she said, if I die, I want to get cremated and throw me in the water.
oh,
So I'm gonna give her what she wants.
yeah. Yeah. My Aunt Jan, when she was the same way.
Mm-hmm.
When she passed, she was like, I don't want to, the whole funeral thing. I don't want to be buried. When I go, my body's here, but my soul is gone.
Yeah.
Cremate me, throw my ashes in the was it Piscataqua? It was in New Hampshire anyway.
Okay.
And she wanted her ashes there, and I was really upset when my Aunt Jan passed away, because it was crazy, because I had just talked to her. Right. I literally just talked to her. She was in the hospital at the time, and the last time I talked to her, she sounded great. She was kind of up. She was brushing her hair. I'm like, okay. She was like, yeah, I'm gonna go home. And then the next thing I know, a day, maybe two max, she was gone. So thankfully, my cousin Curtis, he did allow me to have a little bit of her ashes. I was like, just a little bit, just a little bit. So he did bless me with that. So Anthony, again, it's 6:27. If you're listening, go ahead and give us a call. The phone number is streaming at the bottom. And or anyone else, if you want to call in and share a story, share some condolences. Deborah does say, I'm so sorry, Diamond. And Mocha says, I love you, sis. Your mommy was a bright light and a fresh breath of air. Yeah. She really was. Thank you. She really was. Yeah.
She loves y'all.
We had fun. Yeah. We had fun when she came by.
She was like, she want to take you out.
Yeah, she told me. She was like, yeah, you need to come to Chicago. We're going to hang out. And I was like, bet that. Yeah. Yeah. So the number is scrolling at the bottom. The number is 571-409-3400. Give us a call. And Thomas Archer says, I was lucky to have met her. Oh, thank you, Tom. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, she was a sweetheart.
Yeah, and she had a picture of all of us in her phone. Remember the time when we all sat outside?
When we were outside, yeah.
I have all her belongings. Oh, I have her phone, and she has a picture of us.
Good. That's awesome. So, is there anything else that you would like to share about, how are you doing? How is your mental? How do you feel about moving forward with things? With the insurance, the cremation. And what about now you said you have how many brothers?
I have 4 brothers.
4 brothers. So I only know one, which is Anthony. I've never met your other brothers. Now, how involved are they with this whole scenario?
Well, it's a lot. Like my family, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, my family is dysfunctional, like for real, like dysfunctional, dysfunctional, like whatever you want to call it. They don't really care. They don't really, like my oldest brother, he came to Chicago, like the oldest of all of us, but he was just basically saying like, she's gone. So he was like, this is like a reunion, because I haven't seen my oldest brother in 12 years. Wow. So he was like, this is just a reunion for us to just see each other. But other than that, he was like, if you think she has insurance, haha, like he was giving us stories about how she really went. Like it was just a lot going on. And then my oldest brother, yeah, he loved moving. But my other older brother, I haven't seen him in about the same time. And he don't want to see me because he says I look like my mother.
You do.
Yeah. I know.
Actually, y'all, if you can see the picture up there in the corner, I don't know how big you can see it, but it's crazy. Like they're midgets, all of them.
I'm a dwarf.
Okay, a dwarf. Excuse me. Okay, let me use the right slang.
Yeah.
Oh, it's offensive. I'm sorry.
I'm sure. I'm 4'11".
Okay, yeah. And they all are. It's crazy. Yeah. And they're built the same. They smile the same. They have the same eyes. It's just crazy. It is so crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, he don't want to see me because I look like her, and they have their own relationship going on. The other brother, I haven't seen him since I was probably 3, so I don't know where he is. I don't see him. but they don't really like me and Anthony, my oldest brother, like the one that we're really close with. We've been doing everything. Like we both got kids, we both got relationships.
We have a call coming in. I'm so sorry.
Okay, you're fine.
Thank you for calling Grieving Mother's Journey. Who am I speaking with?
Anthony.
Hi, Anthony. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Thanks for joining. My condolences.
Go Eagles.
Have you?
Go Eagles. I'm sorry.
Oh
I'm
my!
sorry.
Listen, whatever. Bump the Eagles.
We ready.
Come on, HTTR.
We ready for them. We is ready
all
for
day.
the Eagles fly high.
Whatever. Listen,
I like
listen.
it.
The Eagles are poor sports. Now, granted, I'm a Patriots fan. Okay, we're not doing good right now. It's okay. I'm a Patriots fan. However, I give props to, well, not Redskins anymore, but to the Commanders. I'm sorry, they deserve it. They're playing. They're fire right now. And they deserve it. So Anthony, are you an Eagles fan too?
Of course.
Oh, let me hang up right quick.
Don't do me like that.
I just playing. So now, have you been listening to the show since it started?
No, I haven't. I just got on.
Oh, okay. All right. So basically, Diamond kind of described, who your mom was. She kind of touched on basically what happened, what's going on now. And, we just kind of talked about, her visit and things like that, and how bubbly she was, and just a breath of fresh air, as Kiva put it. So, I kind of just wanted to talk to you, and, again, loss is loss, grief is grief. And so, a check-in and see how you're doing, how you're handling it, and what's your take on this. Now, the podcast is titled, this episode is titled Natural Causes or Foul Play. Diamond kind of, told the listeners a little bit about why it's titled that. So what is your take on that?
I mean, like I said, first and foremost, what I want to say is, love, keep your loved ones close, check up each and every day.
Absolutely.
You never know. Life is short, it's very pitiful. So, I mean, it definitely, keep your loved ones close. This has been a hard experience, for me and my family, of course, my sister and I, because we lost, our mother. You only have one of those, whether our relationship was, close, strong. I mean, it doesn't matter. A mother is still a mother. She gave birth.
Absolutely. That's right. Amen.
So, I mean, it's been hard, us not, really not having that much family around, me and her, going through this together. It's been very hard, especially in being so sudden that, her being here not too long ago and on her birthday, during her birthday time.
Yeah.
And just a couple of months later, it's just,
she's gone.
Get a call, devastating news like that.
Right.
It's kind of hard and it's heartbroken. So, like I said, it's definitely important to keep your loved ones close and check upon them each and every day, because you never know.
You never know. Absolutely.
So but again, we have friends and outsiders that have been helping us through these hard times, and I definitely give grace to them, because it's a struggle, so
it is, and the support system is always a plus. Regardless of how many in the support system, you can have one person that supports, but the more the merrier, of course. But it's very important to have a support system.
Absolutely.
Now, how are you dealing with your mental?
Honestly, what I try to do is just stay busy all the time. Of course I have my moments where I kind of, think about her a lot. And, I have a moment of weakness, but you always got to stay strong. Especially if you have kids involved and you have children, you definitely have to be supportive and stay strong for them, because that's what's more important. But then again, be afraid to grieve. Don't let it bottle you up and explode. Have that time to yourself where you can be able to grieve and and have that time to yourself. So that's what I kind of do. Work. I work a lot.
Yeah.
So that. But that's what I pretty much kind of do is just stay focused on reality and keep moving forward.
Mhm. Now, have either of you thought about or considering maybe therapy, a grief specialist?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be honest with you, I don't like people. No, I don't like people in my business. I've been through a lot, and I've been hearing therapists my whole life.
Yeah.
And I just personally, I'm not ready.
Yeah. Well, so for some people, they're ready right away. Others ready later, and others don't do it at all. And that's okay. Whatever is the best fit for you. Because I was kind of
you or maybe y'all my
therapist. You can do that too, of course. We're here. But I will say, I was the same way. Yeah. Therapy now, I'm not telling people my business and things like that. But it has helped me. I think that Anthony, if you do choose to move forward, I would suggest a grief specialist. Okay. There's a difference between a therapist and a grief specialist. So a therapist, they normally will touch on and focus on like trauma. Okay. Right. Which the death of a mom, son, daughter, whatever, it's still trauma. Yeah. But the grief part is what affects the mental. Yeah. And you need someone that specializes in your grief, not everybody else, because with trauma it's generalized, right? Yes. Yeah. But when you have a grief specialist, they focus on you and your grief. I wish I had known the difference, and I'm not downing the therapist I still see her. As a matter of fact, I have a meeting with her coming up Tuesday. Mm-hmm. It's helped. I just think that I would have been further along if someone had told me the difference in the beginning. Yeah. So that's why I want to share that. So, but continue, talk with the family, we're here. I know your girl's a great source of support, but just don't hold anything in. Always talk about it, and again, like I said, we're all here as well. And, of course, if you need anything, we're here.
Perfect.
I'm here, brother. You got each other.
I know.
Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. And to piggyback on that, seeing counseling, it's a safe space. You know what I mean? It's something that you just have a connection with you and whoever you're talking to, rather than talking to outsiders, because the word can travel. And, and sometimes you just want to be able to just have one-on-one conversation with somebody and just get everything out, whatever you have bottled up. And I definitely agree on that, and I've definitely been looking into that because it's very important. So I definitely agree.
Yeah, well, if you decide that you still want to do that, just reach out to me. I do have a member in my group page. Her name is Ebony. She is a grief specialist. Oh, wow. And she's awesome. So, when you get a second, Anthony, just join the group. Is not just for it's called a Grieving Mothers. And it started out just being for, mothers that have lost a son to violence. That's our motto. And my goal is, it's still that, because this is in honor of Malik. It's still that. But then, but, after a while, just kind of, after you experience such a great loss, you start noticing how much loss there really is. You don't think about it until you lose somebody.
Actually lose.
Right. And then it's like, wow, there's so much loss daily. Yeah. So that's why I said I am not going to discriminate, because grief is grief. And yes, there is a difference in the grief, but it's still grief all the same. So that's why I kind of opened it up to anyone that's grieving, whether you've lost a child, whether you've lost a husband, a wife, a sister, a mother, a father, a brother, all of that, and siblings especially. Yeah. So, feel free to join the group if you like.
It's amazing, because after mom passed away, Anthony, and when I hear mom talk, it helps, because some days, I have my days, but when I hear you have your podcast, it really does help me.
Oh, thank you.
It really does.
I'm glad. That's the goal. I just want to, want to help Doesn't cost anything, people. I do this free. I do this with my own personal time. And it's all just to help others.
Yeah.
So, take advantage of it. We're here.
Help.
Yeah, we have amazing people in the group, Anthony. Everybody there has lost somebody.
Okay.
I would like though, for more people to come forward that's actually, lost a child, especially to violence.
Yeah.
But again, I'm going to keep pushing with this and help anybody that's lost anybody
Yeah.
and that's grieving, so it's open.
Yeah, I'll definitely get into that immediately.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess before we go, is there anything that you would like to share about your mom?
Yeah, definitely. My mom was a very caring person. She can cook her ass off.
Yes. And she loved your chili.
Yeah. And I'm making chili today too.
Exactly.
She did. She had
Shout
like 3
out.
hours for that.
She loved your chili.
Maybe making pork chops.
Mine don't eat pork, but
And she definitely kept it real. She the type of person that will cut cards. She's gonna tell how it is, whether you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I love about her. She kept it real. And she had a beautiful smile. She laughed.
Yes.
We had her. She was
she loved her gin.
Yeah.
She loved her gin.
Gin and juice.
Gin and juice. She loved her gin and juice.
Yeah, I miss the days, and on the back end, I'm kind of happy that I was able to see her on her last moments and spend time with her.
Yes, thank God for that, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So
I always feel like God did that for a reason, because
Yeah.
Anthony, we haven't seen her in so long.
I know, right?
And then for her to come down here and spend that much time and got to see the people we love and our kids, and then she's gone the next month, it's like God did that for a reason.
Exactly. So, and again, before she did pass away, her last message to me was she loved me.
Me too. The last message she said, I love you, Moody Nudie. She called Moody Nudie. Yes. And Raya.
Yeah, so so that I kind of I got some voicemails of her saved in my phone that I kind of listen to daily as well. So
I still call her phone number just to hear her voicemail.
Yeah,
so you know what you should do with that voicemail? You should take that to Build-A-Bear.
Yes, Anthony.
And get them implanted in the bear so that you can listen to it whenever you want.
And if you do that, give me one too. I want one too. All purple.
Definitely. That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I definitely do that.
That's actually smart.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So because of the fact that she did come and visit and she was here for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then went home, and then how she sent you the text messages. Do you think that is a possibility that she knew she was passing?
And you know what? I don't know if it was Moody that said this or Anthony that said this, but they said the same thing. Like she had in her soul, like she had to see us one more time for her to go. Because before I got with Moody, I was in a very bad place. Like I was in a bad abusive relationship, and it was really bad. And she never liked that. She wanted me and Ray to move to Chicago, but I wouldn't do that because of my personal reasons. But then when she finally found out that I was happy and I was safe, she constantly kept saying, like, I love Moody for you. I love Moody for you. Like, she loved Moody.
So she was at peace.
She was at peace
with where you were.
Yeah, and then she met you. She met the family, and then she saw Anthony and see how much he grew and how he's established.
Mm-hmm.
I always felt like, okay, she's at peace.
Yeah, she saw that her kids were doing well and could handle life
without her being here.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, my mom is not perfect, and she's been through her ups and downs. And for her to die how she died, it's to me to this day, it's crazy to me. I still can't believe it. Some days I still feel like to make me go throughout the day, I still pretend that my mom is still here. She's just in Chicago.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to, till this day, I don't want to believe my mom's dead.
Well, it'll take some time. But, like I say, take all the time you need.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell you how long to grieve. That's totally up to you. And it doesn't matter if it's a day, if it's 10 years, if it's 15 years, if it's a week. You know, you have to grieve how you grieve and how long you need to grieve. And that goes for you too, Anthony.
Absolutely.
You know, it's been what, 2.5 years for me. I'm still grieving.
Yeah.
But guess what? No one's gonna rush me out of it.
No, they
I work
shouldn't.
every day. You know, you still have to
You have to
work
work.
towards it,
Yeah.
you know, but it's gonna be at my own pace. And it's
Exactly.
gotta be at your pace as
Absolutely.
well. But I guess we'll find out more. And I would love to, you know, when you guys finally get the full story and all that, I would love to have you guys back if you want
I'll
to
let y'all know
share.
to see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree. You know, we're still waiting for everything to be
Yeah.
completed. stuff
Like I told
that.
her earlier, Anthony, we still waiting for the autopsy. Like we
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
don't know.
So
So I know Moody wanted to come on. So I'm going to
Switch.
Yeah, me and you're going to switch and let her sit down. Anthony, thank you for calling. Don't forget we are here. If you need
Yep.
anything, I know you live in Australia somewhere.
Exactly.
But you're all always welcome. No, I'm going to come out so that you guys can sit.
Okay.
No, you
Okay.
can't come over here because of the cords. That's why I'm going this way.
Thank you.
Okay, Anthony, thank you for calling in. Don't forget to join the Facebook and also subscribe to the YouTube because you can go there as well and view, you know, any of the videos. You know, you can all in your home on your own help. Yeah, you can just listen. You can stop it. You can fast forward, whatever you need to do. But yeah, that would be awesome. And just call me if you need me. Okay, hon.
actually, thank you
Okay,
so much.
you're welcome. Bye bye.
Oh, he getting off? Dang.
Oh well, you can call him back if you want, and
I
then you
can't
can
call him.
Yes, you can. You can call him on that.
All right, baby, come on.
Okay, fine.
Take your hot seat right here.
Don't do it. Too late.
Testing.
See, I don't.
Right now.
Come on, I don't know why he did that.
All right. All right. So wait, before we get into the romantic part. All right. Anyway, all right. So I did want to come. I did want to speak and say something that doesn't pertain to them, but we will get there.
Okay.
But all right, so ladies and gentlemen, I ain't gonna lie, I really kind of just came up with this. I was already planning on speaking, but I just came up with this in my mind just from listening to the podcast and you know watching everything that was being said and everything that was going on. So I heard my mom say that it's been 2.5 years that we've been grieving, and it's still hard for us. It is. I want to say that it is hard, and when I say it is hard, I mean like I told you I went through therapy, and I finished it and I completed it, but I'm back in it again. But it's it's for the better. It's not just to say that I got issues, and I do, but it's to say basically that it is hard. Like, it's been like my mom said, it's been 2.5 years. We're still fighting. And there is times in my life where I feel like I'll get over. I'm not gonna say get over it, but I'll get through it. There's times where I feel like I'll get through it and I'll be better off knowing that I can control it. I can make better decisions. I can think clearer. But the times that I think that literally same day is something, I'm not gonna say magical because I told her earlier that every time I say something magical, it's not magical, it's ironic. It's really ironic that when you feel like you're on a good path and you feel like you finally got everything down packed and you got everything under control, something tragic, let me say that, something tragic is gonna happen. And when it happens, you get back in that mode where you just be like, I'm gonna crash out. Like I'm trying to push through, and I think I'm doing good, and it's not because of the life circumstances that happen around you, and that is the devil. It is him. It's him trying to get you to feed into his seed, and I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Like I know y'all. If y'all stay tuned in, as long as y'all stay tuned in, y'all know that I am a godly person. And everybody has their higher power, and that's your free choice. But for me, if you have been following, my higher choice is to believe in God, And my problem nowadays is I'm trying to do the godly thing, and it's not working out for me right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I just got out of therapy and I'm back in it again. And this time I'm in it for double the time. But I'm saying this to show y'all, like, it really is real. Like, because like my mom said, it's been 2.5 years. Like, my lady here, she just lost her mom. You know what I mean? Like, she just lost her mom and it's fresh. So now it's like, for me, I gotta go through it over, but this time I have to be a supportive system and a guidance system. But at the same time, I don't want to overstep my welcome. You know, because we're both grieving. I told y'all this last episode. We're both grieving. So it's like it's two different scenarios. Yes, but it's the same feelings. Like we go through it and we watch each other and we yell at each other and we get mad at each other a lot.
No, we don't.
A lot. We do.
Not a lot.
But the love overpowers it all. But I just want to let y'all know that it's real, y'all. This is not TV. I know this is being streamed live. It's really not TV. This is not Love and Hip Hop where it's scripted, and it's not something that we get told what we need to feel, what we need to do, what we need to say on camera or off camera. This is something that we are really going through, and we're trying to like figure it out together, and we're trying to like figure out I'm not gonna say the key or the answer, but we're just gonna try to figure out our way. Everybody has their own relationship, everybody has their own problems, but our way is
the best way.
Talking. Because I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? We do talk at first and it spirals out of control, but but I want to say that that's the point. We start talking.
Communication is the key.
Yeah, we start talking. But
anything.
No. But what I'm saying is we start talking and then we go through the spiral and then we get through it together. Because like even now, like her being on here, it goes to show that like I had to tell her like, I know you don't. I felt the same way. You know, it took me a long time to get on this show. And it's my mama. It's my mama hosting the show, but it took me a while to get on here only because the same things that she was telling me she don't want to do it. She's not ready yet, and everything she's going through. And I understood that. You know what I'm saying? Like I did because talking about it. But I ain't gonna lie. I will tell y'all this.
But like
me
coming on earlier, therapist works, right?
Yeah, but before the therapy, I came on here before the therapy.
Yeah, but
so me coming on here, it's like this really is
therapy. That's what I'm saying. You and mine is like my therapy because I listen to her and I talk to you. So I feel like I don't really need therapy.
And I ain't gonna lie, y'all make me feel like it's free to get it out here. Even though I do go to therapy and you know I gotta do my courses, but here I don't know what it is, but here maybe it's because it started with Leek because Leek is the one who started it, and as you can see, but my mom just took it over and just like kept going. So maybe that's probably what it is for me. But me, this is my safe haven. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do feel free to come on here and let everything act, and I let it all out for y'all to see, not just what I'm going through, but y'all see me for like all of my own.
Oh, I gotta deal with 24/7.
Yeah. Well, she gotta deal with 24/7. My mama gotta deal with 24/7. But yeah, all right. So let me go back. Let me focus. All right. So the real reason why I came and I wanted to say, I heard my mom say that the 2.5 years is still messes with us. I wanted to really tell y'all this, like, so my mom saying that goes to show, like, because I'll never forget when I first lost sleep and when everything was going down. I already knew that everybody lost somebody. You know, everybody lost somebody. And the people that did lose somebody, they tell me it's been this many years, and I'm still going through it. The only thing I can really remember that stuck with me when my mom was saying it just now on the podcast was that when I first heard it, when I first lost sleep was, damn, I hope it don't take me that long. Or damn, like, what if I take longer? Yeah, that was you, but you probably wouldn't have been closer to whoever you lost like I was to my brother. So when I was going through, when people was telling me like, yeah, bro, like my condolences, you know, it took me like 5 years or it took me like 8 years to finally get a grasp on it. I never forget that feeling because when my mom just said it, it triggered me. And I want everybody that's listening to know that when you hear that, you don't have, like, the whole point of us saying is that take your time and take your pace. You don't have to set no time. You don't have to like panic and be like, damn, if it took you 5 years to get through your grief for your most loved one, you don't even understand. Me and this person that I lost was closer than you. You can't say that. You don't know that. It's grief.
Everybody's group is different. Like
Yeah. So she lost her mother. You know what I mean? I lost my brother. And I always think about that. Like, she knows that it's been 2.5 years. I always think about, like, it's been 2.5 years and she's still watching me going through what I'm going through. But then I think in the back of my mind, like, damn, like, I don't want her to worry about it's 2.5 years later and you still going through it.
I would never do that.
I know, but I'm trying to tell them, you know what I mean? Like,
because
I know.
like you said, grief is grief, and like it will take you. It don't have no time limit.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell them. Like, I don't want anybody out there that's listening to feel like, well, damn, if this person took this long, they might not have been as close as I was to the person I lost. I don't think like that.
Your relationship with that person is nobody else's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't want y'all to, like, if y'all are already thinking that, then thank God I'm here to tell y'all, don't do it, because it's gonna fuck you up even more. Like me, like I said, like, like I said, like, it messes me up a lot because I have a lot of people around me. Like, I tell them all the time, I feel like I'm a whole domino effect. Like, I lost somebody, then boom, this person lost somebody, then boom, she lost her mom, and then boom, 2 days ago or 3 days ago, another close person to me lost their parent. So it's like, wow, you know what I mean? Like,
is real.
The triggers, the triggers are really deep.
Triggers are real. Because
they're really deep.
You need to, because triggers is real.
Yeah.
Like, I never would have thought about this. It's crazy.
Yeah, I had to sit there and watch her listen to the person that
I had to walk out the room.
Yeah, like it was that too much. You know what I mean?
I can't. It's certain things I can deal with, but like I said, I'm strong, but I have my weak days.
Yeah, and it's really hard, and it gets harder and harder because, like I'm telling y'all now, I'm grieving my own grief. I gotta be there for my lady.
Yeah, and I don't want to
gotta be there for my other people.
I don't want to trigger him.
Like, yeah,
it's a lot.
Yeah, and then like it's like, listen to me, y'all. Everybody around me is losing 2 or more. Like, she lost one. I got another person that lost one. I got another brother.
I lost 3.
My main brother.
I lost 3. I lost my grandma.
Yeah.
And then my mom in 1 year.
In 1 year. Yeah. And they're like months apart.
Yes.
And then I got a brother that lost like 3 people in weeks. Like,
exactly.
It's really hard, y'all. It's really hard. But the point is that we have a system. You know what I mean? Like, we have a system. And if you don't have one, this is your system.
Yeah.
Stay tuned into this podcast
because it helps.
Because it will help. And if you do have people, then stick to them, stick beside them, listen to them. Honestly, because you might be in your mode where you in your feelings.
You don't want to listen.
And you don't want to listen. But little do you know, if you actually like put your pride to the side and you listen, it's a whole different outcome. But
we're gonna bring it back to the host.
Yeah. Booty tapping that. I'm not cooking tonight, but I'm on duty tonight.
I'm cooking tonight.
You hear me? Like, yeah. Call the line, man. This bill ain't cheap. Bill ain't cheap. Yeah, she better call. Debbie, you better call.
Oh, there are? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me get through this really quick. And I need a different setup. I'm sorry, everybody. So that was fabulous. We've got about 1 minute left. So I have a one announcement that I want to make, and then I'm going to read the comments. But I do want to say thank you, Diamond, for appearing on the show and sharing your story. We enjoyed having you. Yes. So when they were talking, that kind of actually gave me a great idea. So I think the next episode is going to be about triggers. I would love for you to call in. I would love for you to appear on the show or the podcast, look like I'm on TV or something. On the podcast, so we can talk about triggers, what triggers us, things like that. But I will go ahead and announce that. I'll put that in the group page as well. So I would love to talk about that because triggers is Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah,
And then
it's
you never
crazy
know until it actually happens.
until it happens. Yeah. So that would be an awesome topic. Thank you, Moody. And so let me see. Okay, let's see. Julissa, once again, thank you, Mama. Oh my God.
What's wrong with mine?
She says, Poppy, grief does not have an ending point. Grief is hard, and you have an amazing family and friends that will be by your side forever. Amen, Julissa. And then Mocha says, we forever locked in, sis. We got each other.
Period.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember, but we did do an episode with Mocha. She came on because she too lost her mother.
Yeah.
And
She was there for me from the beginning.
Yeah, and if you want to review that episode, it's right there on YouTube. For those that of you here that's in the group, it's in our group as well. Our group is private, so you can't view anything in there. But if you do want to be a part of the group, please hit us up on Facebook, A Grieving Mother's Journey. It's got my son up there. Let's see. Okay, Mocha. Yes, Mocha says she's gonna call in the next podcast. That'd be awesome.
Because I got triggers. It's
Yeah, it's craziness.
It's
It's crazy.
Triggers go bang bang.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Babe.
people. It is 7:02. We went over a little bit, but that's okay. It was a great episode. Thank you for everyone that was listening and
Thank
joined
you.
us. Please tune in next week. We will be back again. I will advertise that and create the event. As far as it being on the group page, it's probably not going to happen, guys. I really don't. I've done everything I could. I don't know why it's not working,
So
and I think
YouTube.
it's a YouTube block thing. But like I said, you can just head right on over to YouTube. That's also A Grieving Mother's Journey. Subscribe. You can view all of our videos. So in the meantime, I hope everybody has a wonderful night. Remember to grieve how you grieve. Take your time. Don't worry about what anyone says or thinks. You have to grieve how you grieve. And we're here for you.
Stay
So,
light.
and thank you, Anthony, for calling in. We appreciate you.
Light.
You guys have a wonderful night.
Big dog.
Well, lovely people, we are signing off. I hope you enjoyed our episode this week. Be sure to tune in next Sunday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And remember, no matter how old or how young, our children will forever be our babies. We just have one with wings. Be gentle with yourself and take all the time you need to heal. Thanks for joining. Good night.